Let's talk about something we've probably all been through, and man, it can be painful. Why do some relationships, friendships, partnerships just end, seemingly out of nowhere? It feels like this giant mystery, but turns out there's usually a pretty clear reason hiding just under the surface. I mean, really think about it. One day, you think everything is more or less okay, and the next day, poof, it's just silence. A connection you thought was real and solid just vanishes, and you're left sitting there thinking, what on earth just happened? It feels so abrupt, so totally out of the blue, but was it really?
So, the key to unlocking this whole mystery is a psychological concept called attachment depletion. This is the secret process that's happening behind the scenes. And honestly, once you get what this is, those sudden endings start to make a whole lot more sense.
Okay, so what exactly is attachment depletion? Well, the most important thing to know is that it's not one big event. It's this slow, quiet process where one person's mind just gradually stops putting energy into the relationship. It's like you're slowly withdrawing your emotional investment bit by bit until one day there's just nothing left in the account. A really, really helpful way to picture this is to think of your emotional energy as a kind of battery. So imagine for every important person in your life, you have a special emotional battery just for them. When you first connect with someone, that battery is usually humming, right? It's at 100%, charged up with excitement, hope, and all this positive energy.
And this whole thing usually plays out in about 3 stages. You start at step 1, the battery's full, the connection feels easy, it's great. But then stuff happens. Little disappointments, needs that aren't met, small conflicts. Each one is like a tiny little drain on that battery. That's step 2. And this is the crucial part because it's almost always completely internal. The other person often has no idea it's even happening. But by the time we hit step 3, the battery is critically low. The energy is almost gone, and it starts to feel like a massive effort just to stay engaged.
So you can probably see where this is going. What happens when that slow, gradual drain finally reaches the bottom? When the battery is totally empty?
Yep, 0%. It's done. This is the point of no return. There is literally no more emotional energy left to give to this specific bond. And it's not about some big dramatic fight or a screaming match. It's just about a quiet internal nothingness. The tank is empty.
And the very moment that battery hits zero, the bond breaks. Now, for the person whose battery has been draining all this time, this is just the logical conclusion. It's the end of a long, quiet process. But for the person on the other side, the one who never saw the battery level dropping, this is the moment that feels like a lightning strike out of a clear blue sky. And this right here is the heart of it. What feels sudden to one person is almost never actually sudden. It's all about which side of the battery you're on. You basically have two completely different realities happening at the exact same time. On one side, you have how it feels, sudden, shocking, totally unexplained. But then you have how it actually happens, as a gradual, quiet, internal process of depletion. The exact same event, viewed from two completely different worlds. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? That final act, the breakup text, the awkward conversation, or just the ghosting. That isn't the problem starting. No, that's the problem ending. It's the final visible symptom of a process that might have been going on for months, maybe even years. So as we wrap this up, it kind of brings the focus right back to us, you know? Understanding this gives us a totally new way to look at our own lives. It makes you think about your relationships not as these static things that just are, but as living connections that need real energy and investment from both sides. It makes you ask yourself, which of my own batteries are getting low? And am I paying attention to the charge level in the people I care about?